They don't call them deadlines for nothing. Deadlines are an important part of any project, but I like to stress the idea of a healthy deadline. Don't let your deadlines beat you up. I mean, I'm talking from an indie comics creator's perspective here. If you're a professional getting paid, then yeah, obviously deadlines are deadlines. But if you're just making comics for fun, don't let your deadlines suck the fun out of the process. Don't be so loose that you allow your projects to go on indefinitely, but also don't be so strict that you're rushing your work and not creating the best possible comics that you can just to meet that deadline. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not the very best at keeping self-imposed deadlines. I've had experience with both ends of the spectrum where I considered a deadline to be written in stone and made sure, hell or high water, that I kept to that deadline. And I've also been so lax that I've allowed a final page to be postponed for weeks at a time. I find myself most happy in the middle, where a deadline is a strong suggestion rather than law. Of course, this would probably be different if I was working for a professional company, but when I'm doing my own personal work, I find that if I keep too strict of a deadline, I tend to rush some of the art just to make that deadline, and that affects the overall finished product. Not to mention, the process itself is a lot more stressed out. If you're not careful, that stress can come out in the work. So, regardless of what works best for you, make sure you're having fun, because that's a big part of the process. It's a big part of why we create it all. If you begin to dread the process due to your deadlines, then that is counterproductive and very demoralizing and unmotivating. Find out what works best for you. If you dig this video, consider hitting a like and subscribe. And don't forget to tell a friend. If you want to support the channel further, you can follow us on all our social medias or check out some of our books at our Gumroad store. Everything is down in the descriptions. Thanks. Go make some comics.